Next, we have Ryan Callahan.
Thank you. On December 17th, in Prescott, Arizona, a Navy veteran was in grave danger. Former Petty Officer Second Class suffers from COPD and normally receives 960 vials of COPD medicine. However, on this date, he only received 30. This was enough to last him 7 days. If you do the math, this was enough to last him till Christmas. A retired chief warrant officer was on rally point and was able to see the signal of distress. He was able to call the pharmacy in Prescott and route Petty Officer Second Class his medicine. It truly was a Christmas miracle. So how was this able to happen? This was able to happen between a collaboration between Rally Point and the Department of Veterans Affairs. Rally Point is the largest online military network for the military community. We have over 2 million members who have created over 8 million public posts about military life. These posts have generated over 8 billion data points. What we strive to do at Rally Point is use these data points to connect our members to the right resources at the correct time. In order to talk about my service at Rally Point, I think it's very important to call out my family's history of service. My grandfather, Joseph Callahan, served valiantly during World War II. He was a combat medic in the Pacific. When he came home, the greatest generation, he did not talk about his service. But what he did do was he instilled the values in my father. He taught my dad the honor, the courage, and the sacrifice. My dad enlisted in the United States Marine Corps in 1969. My dad also instilled in me values. He taught me the importance every morning to make my bed. But more importantly, around the dinner table growing up, he said, you need to have a life's purpose. I've made it my life's purpose to inspire innovative ideas that will help to improve the lives of others. The image on the right is a gentleman that I mentor at Rally Point. He came to work for me as an 0331 out of the United States Marine Corps. That's a machine gunner. He was then a corporal prevost. And this picture is me the day pinning staff sergeant onto staff sergeant prevost. It was an absolute honor. Through Tim and Staff Sergeant Prevost, I was able to see firsthand the different challenges that veterans in our country face. I think nothing better depicts this than the VA's Veteran Journey Map. The VA used a human-centered design approach where they interviewed military and military family members to find the different moments that matter during the veteran's life cycle and during their journey. What we did to take an innovative approach at Rally Point was we overlaid those 8 million posts that are happening on the platform. And as you can see, the map absolutely lit up. Our members are talking about everything from joining through retirement and beyond. 4 years ago, we signed an MOU with the Department of Veterans Affairs, and it's been an honor and a privilege of a lifetime to lead this partnership. But 2 years ago, the VA came to us with a staggering statistic. Over 14 of the 20 veterans who commit suicide are not connected to VA services. They came to us with a congressionally mandated program called VAC, which they were going to pilot in 6 different states. Rally Point plays a part of the VAC in which we host veteran experience live events. These are events where veterans can log in from where they are and ask questions that can help them get access to healthcare, benefits, community service, and also provides peer-to-peer support. So far in the 6 states of California, Montana, Colorado, Texas, Kentucky, and Michigan, over 600,000 veterans and their families have logged in across those 6 states and viewed these discussions. And I'm happy to say that we've provided over 475 with peer-to-peer specific resources that can help to change their lives. We've learned from the VA that 3 main principles help to increase trust in the VA and thus helping them get connected to VA services: ease, effectiveness, and emotion. We allow our members the ease of logging in from their geographic location. The majority of these do it from their mobile device. The effectiveness of this program, as you could see in Petty Officer Second Class's case, is profound. They are able to get a peer-to-peer resource that during the different part of the journey that they're on. And the emotion of these events also speaks for itself. If you log in and see the comments that are going back and forth, like we ran an event in California last month, and a veteran who was struggling with housing insecurity was able to get connected to affordable housing. These three principles improve trust in the VA. And as you can see, we surveyed the people who partook in these veteran experience lives. And I'm happy to report that the trust and confidence scores over the 2 years that we've been running them has gone up in every single location. And overall, the trust score has increased by 1%. While 1% may not seem like a big deal, it is a major deal when you're talking about millions of lives. And I would argue that one veteran who gets connected to a mental health resource during these events is a win. My call to action to you is to call a local congressman. Let them know that these VACs are working, Veteran Experience Action Centers, VACs, or tag them on social media with the hashtag VAC expansion. These events are helping to save lives, and we should be doing them across all 50 states and to our territories. Thank you.
All right, General Lansing, we'll start with you.
I'm on Rally Point. I learn more about what's going on Rally Point than I do by reading the Early Bird or Military Times. So it's a great resource, and I do believe it's under resourced. I think you make a really powerful case. I know what Rally Point has done in the suicide prevention world. As you said, only 6 and 20 million, or even 6 of the 20 that take their lives a day are even getting help from the VA. Why only 6 states? Is that just part of the pilot with the VA?
Yeah, with the MilCon subcommittee, there's also a boots on the ground approach where they're going into these 6 locations. So we're just the digital component. So yeah, hoping to expand that.
Anything we can do to help you lobby the VA to expand that to more states? We'd love to get more involved than we already are.
Appreciate that,
I
sir.
know we're a resource for each other, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Sarah?
That sounds like the best thing ever, so I defer my comments.
Betsy?
The only 2 technical things I had is at the start, I'd love to see just on your slide, if you're ever giving this again, just what the presentation was or what you're focused on, just because I was like parsing through, oh yeah, that's what we're getting to was that. So that was the only thing that I missed there. And then just at the end, because people I know always want to help, if you have any kind of like script or anything when people are calling to talk to Congress, I think that's always helpful to just be able to say, oh gosh, well, I got to get talking. If they've got it, then they're good to go. So
Okay.
that's the only thing.
Thank
Really
you.
good job. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's give Ryan a round of applause. Good job, Ryan.